Welcome back to the Walsh channel. Today, guys, we're going to go over new rune setups. I'll turn the sound on. Alright, and then we had gotten a new hero. My thoughts on the yellow beast guy is that they released him, they also gave him 3 buffs. I feel like if he was really good or OP, he wouldn't have needed 3 buffs, but I have nowhere near enough stars to determine how hard he can actually hit, or any of the such. I started leveling him up, but I didn't even really max his levels, so you're not going to get a good opinion from me on how good he is or not, but I don't think he's relevant. If people start beating me up with him, then maybe you'll see me make a panic video trying to get him back up, but I hope not. I don't want to have to work on that guy. Anyway, I think we're going to start off. I'm going to show you guys what I did off camera to get myself organized so that I could have my rune setup changed. I spent over 30 mil fixing all my runes, but I'm going to show you now the 3 steps that I use. First, what I do is I log all my playable top runes using shorthand abbreviations for each mod on the rune. Since I've already done this, the third part of the steps will just be showing you guys the results. Next, I figure out on paper who's wearing what. The reason why I do that is on paper, it's free to move your runes around, guys. So I get them figured out where they're going. You can see there how I write them down, and then after I figure out who's wearing what, I can move them around, and it's so much cheaper. We still have extras now. We'll start with Zom since he's in the list. So we just want as much keep alive on our Zom as we can get. We still use him to beat tower daily. We use him versus barbs in PvP. So we definitely don't want him to die. We do use him sometimes when we farm epics, but not really now since we have Valak and he's more fun to play with. But right here, as you can see, just more all 4 stats are something to do with keeping him alive. 2 of these stats are with something to do with keeping him alive. The other 2 are pretty much only source of attack. All of this is keep me alive, and all of this is keep me alive. So out of 20 mods, he's got 18 keep me alive. When we go against Zom, we've been using more of the Solaris, but we also bring Zom when our opponents have Hopper teams. Zom's a good counter to Hopper since they're going to eat your bodies and you're going to get skeletons. Our Hopper, we have him set up different than you have to have yours. In the tower, I don't get any energy boost, so imagine if you're in PvP and you don't have the energy runes that I have, that you just try to have, you know, the same idea around, a little bit of attack, a little bit of defense. Unless, if your Hopper's no good at killing the things you need to kill, then just go all defense with them. But I've dumped into energy. I'm trying to steal buffs on turn 1, trying not to have to use Shade's Link. Trying to get nasty in the door fights when I need to get nasty. Or if somebody's trying to do slick shit with taunts on Emily's and stuff. Swindlins. Now I can do all 3 of Hopper's moves right out the gate. He does kill a lot of Thierans, or he leaves them on 1 wounded and they still end up dead. Depending upon Emily's order. The max crit, you definitely get a lot of energy in the tower. We have our best stay alive equipment that we have for her rune setup. This red one, I don't like that it gives 2 attack, but we'd have to put an energy in blue to cough that up, and if we do that, then I don't get unbreakable. But I could get something like healing, but I'm just not a fan. I like it this way. I think this is the best way I can keep her alive. But yeah, I'm wasting the attack. Echo we use a lot with Agnon versus the dark teams. Solaris, Agnon, Echo, Furnace, Valicans, whatever you want to smash in there. If you can keep your Echo from getting frozen before he gets to go. His runes really don't matter. That's why you can see I'm wearing an improved, but I just like the burning skin and the skill. I just tried to squeeze attack in there. Really, we're using him for his 2 energy boosts. It's like a welfare thing. He's probably not that appealing to you if you have a ton of energy runes. He's more appealing to players like myself or someone who doesn't even have any energy runes. And this little cleansing on the end, it matters because if he's burned and he's on 1, he dies, but if he's not burned, he doesn't die. And his lightning can hit hard now that it does hit Agnons. I'll go over all the leftover heroes at the end, I guess. The ones that are like superior rune. Valakin, we want him to stay alive, and we want him to heal back from the 1. So I have a lot of heal on him, so when people take my Valakin long, it's not good for them. Almost forgot he has an epic. Which I do not think is out yet still. The second piece. I was nowhere close to being able to afford it from the shop. But as you can see, I'm still getting a 6% defense, 6% health boost. Then some attack, but the attack's not really relevant for the way I'm using Valakin. Hagram is probably our number 1 KO'er, just above Agnon. Mainly because he KOs somebody before Agnon can. But we're using the trifecta of attack, damage penetration, and crit chance on him to try and reach heavy hits when we go for Valakin. I'm not familiar with the new rune yet. We will check in the shop after we go over our new setup. But it's all attack, defense, damage penetration, and crit chance. But I still think they either have a visual glitch or mine hasn't been getting the right multipliers. But he has 47 crit, but none of that damage pen shows up, and he actually has a 50 stack on that you guys just seen. But I know that in PvP they've never shown up. That's like a behind the scenes. And he doesn't have an epic yet, so look out if he gets one. Ferno, we want him to be able to take his extra hits. But at the same time, I need him to take hits now. I'm using him when I see Drakes. So, or Drakes plus 1. 1 barb, that is. Wrong room. So we got an attack 1 with defense, and then we got a defense damage reduction 1. But either way, I wanted the extra attack. We have a lot of skill to make sure he crits. And then the HP is just to help keep him alive. We have a Guardian because we're really trying to keep our Ferno alive. He doesn't do any good if he's dead. And this Warrior, we're still not 100% sold on. It might be going to our Drake. Drake's getting a little bit more saucy on our defense. Make sure I show his stats. As you can see, he's heavy on defense. Tusk, we definitely use versus like assassins. We use them sometimes in dwarf fights. If they have Agnon a certain lineup way or something. So since we're using him to eat an Agnon hit, we'll definitely want the Unbreakable, and then we're trying to heal a little bit back from that Unbreakable. So that's why we have some heal. And that's just to help us when we get our momentum, and to help us take a hit from Shade. And then this is some life and some, hopefully, life steal, but you never know. But we get a nice hefty 20k defense with a 15k health set up that way. And he's got a decent amount of skill. 5.4k attack can get pretty crazy past 4 momentum. He can eat a taste for brains pretty well. So we're trying to avoid that in the return. The skill, the way burn seems to work is at end of turn when it deals damage. That amount of damage is based off how high your skill is on the hero that burned them. So I'm trying to have a lot of skill on my furnace when I burn them. That way at end of turn they take a good chunk of damage. Here's where we put the tank rune for our furnace. We did use 7 in the yellow, but I felt like in this meta, with dwarves beating on us and taking multiple swings, we need a lot more defense. Can't rely just on abs of steel. We did get an attack stat in there though, and then this is one where we're in a toss-up. I think this needs to go to Kai or Ember, but right this second it's on our furnace. Speaking of which, Kai and Ember are some new heroes that I did not really heavily invest in. I was using Kai a lot. I just really wasn't using him so much that I needed his runes to be like good. Whereas now we actually have decent rune setup on our Kai. We have some healing because we're hoping to come back from 1 if we ever get put there. We have burning skin, some health, and some attack. We're really trying to keep our Kai alive more than we're trying to hit with them, but we do want a little bit of attack in there because you don't want him to be a pushover, and that is just to help keep him alive. But in all honesty, those attack stats, if I had runes that had HP or defense in those spots, I'd put them there. He does wear tank rune well, especially with the Unbreakable. Nobody usually kills him on turn 1 before he gets to do his wave. On in a desperation, we had to take some of his runes, like his healer, off, but only because we had to put an energy there because we stole a lot of energy from across the board for our Hopper. But the only places that we really wish we could just be like, why does Hopper have to have so much energy, is 1 on Kai and 1 on Ember, but for right now they're stacked up on our Hopper, as you see. Here we've got a duelist because no hero uses damage pen better than Agnon. His hits are being multiplied by 10 in damage, 8 damage, 6 damage sometimes. So when you already have multiplied the damage by 15%, that's pretty crazy. So anything magical basically dies, and that allows us to max up our crit, meaning we also get to play the lottery for a 50-50 chance that it does double the damage after doing 10s and 11s. So that's pretty much why nothing legendary survives either. And then we want some life steal because we got rid of our healer, and no rogues survive. But we are way more on attack now, so my Agnon is not taking great hits, but he hasn't cost me any fights yet. Solaris we're only really using in dark fights, it seems. Solaris and Shade both seem really nullified to me in this meta. But we do have some skill for healing. And the damage rune is just filler. I didn't have another skill rune. I put it somewhere else. And then we just got some keep me alive, because I prefer that we decide when we sack our Solaris for a revive instead of our opponents. Still healing 10k though, that's not the worst. Remember, we really want to get her stars up. I'm saving up my Aether now. I'm going to try and at least get her to 5 and then take a break on worrying about her stats. But her stats are not that good, but we do the best we can with what we got to keep her alive. We're using her pretty much anytime you need an Abby boost, but the other people on your team that you're boosting with Abby already hit harder than Abby, so Abby's like not needed. Whereas Ember can revive, Ember can remove buffs, Ember can remove bodies. So I try to keep her alive. We have one of our only 2 elites there. The other one is on Valican, but I wanted a caster buff steal to be here, but at the same time I don't want her to die. So if your Fellhorn can hit hard enough to kill, you know, like a Valican that has a tank rune on, you can bring Ember and smash him. So we don't use Shade very often, so we just have all our Keep Me Alive extra purples on Shade to keep Shade alive in the Valican Barb fights. That's the only one where we're heavily reliant on Shade. We were using Shade to beat the defense setup like that I have, but right now I'm still open to what's the best way besides just Dwarf Smash on my defense, or on defenses like mine. Most of the defenses, though, they have their taunt on Valican. You can see we're heavy on defense and max health. Every once in a while we get a lifesteal trigger and we heal too. The other one that we don't use often, but we still do use her very occasionally, is Lily. And we give Kuros the scraps, and every once in a while we bring him in when there's a free golden opportunity to use him before Valican or something. Like Unscathed, because they start with a furnace lineup or something, for example. So let's cover those 2 runes. Then I'll try to find matches while I streak today. So we want life and defense as many places we can get it. You'll hear a lot of people tell you about skill. They'll say the higher your skill is on Lily, the more her vines hurt. I'm telling you, skill's overrated. Just try to keep your Lily alive. Like, her vines maybe get to go off twice in a fight if you can keep her ass alive. So worrying about whether those vines deal X amount of damage over Y amount of damage is crazy. I went through that for like 2 weeks and I don't notice the difference. Like, maybe the skill hits a little harder, I don't know. And if I can't know, then that's not enough to compare to, I know that I can't take that hit versus I know that I can take that hit. So defense, health, everywhere you can get it. We have it heals everywhere we can get it, because we're trying to just bounce back every turn with her and stay alive. Electric Skin is an amazing thing for her to trigger on somebody. It helps us get rid of them. But usually I'm only bringing her in when I see like fights where I want to just use the old school Starscream, face roll, Lily Ferno, Solaris Agnon crap. But it's rare. Usually I just use newer stuff, play with the Dwarf update, Valican, like Valican and Fellhorn. we're at roughly 32k gems with today's quest and today's tower that we haven't done yet. But my plan with the gems is to pile them up until I see a must-have 7,500 rune that I can't resist, and then I'm gonna spend it. So Kuros, we still bring him in very, very rarely when we see like a Furnace or an Emily starting lineup, and we know we can squeeze him in with our Valican and Hopper. So that's why you see that his runes are not in perfect condition. We can probably even find scrap somewhere to fill him better that are stranded on our heroes, but I didn't really concern myself with them. So anyway, guys, that's what I'm using in PvP. I know most people are using Theran. I get beat with him a lot in the Dark Dwarf. Maybe I'll rune them back up throughout the week. But I like to start collecting coins since I just spent 30 mil. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, like we maxed his epic. I just felt like, you know, Agnon was better. But then again, I feel like a lot of these people getting some huge plays in PvP with this guy, so I just haven't thought of a matchup where I need him, but maybe today. Put some use on him. I don't know if his is maxed also. No, it's not. Looks like something that could be worked on. Anyway, stay tuned. Try to get some matches today as I streak up. We're at 82,000. The team you're looking at is what I struggle with when they have taunt just on Valican. And they're elite it through the roof. I am not winning them 100% of the time. I'm like 75%. I don't know if it's just I can't bridge the gap or I'm not running the dwarves like everybody else and Theran through them. I'm not sure. This week is where I'll worry about that. So anyway, stay tuned for some matches. Alright guys, so this is the type of fight that I've only been 75% winning with the Shade Agnon Emily Ferno idea. So when they have tank there and nowhere else, that it was the worst. Meaning this is probably, if they got tank somewhere else, probably one I can win with Shade. But I want to try something new. Yeah, there. What just happened? I don't remember where we were, I just wanted to double check. Alright, so he might be pretty good at taking a hit. And he has tank. So we slam Valican. After he freezes our dudes. Then we unfreeze our dudes. I'm gonna try and take out Emily as soon as I can. The next idea I was going to try is one with Valican. But, I mean, they were as decent as we're going to get, so let's see what we do. We know they're going to heal next. I don't like Valican. Bitch didn't get rid of the neutrons. just gonna try and get a burn on there for what's her face to remove, who knows. But I don't expect this to kill Valican, but I don't know when I could get it off. They don't have any silence, so let's retest. Yeah, so we definitely wouldn't have killed him with the brains. We already have a burn. So if I can get Valican out with the lightning, maybe Ember down with a plummet, but she goes to 1 that way. Might just try to rock up. That's what I'm doing. So the new idea is just run with the standard barb, anti-barb team on them. And that worked. I really hate this team, but this is why I have runes on Lily. Alright guys, so that fight takes a little while, but I'm pretty much, you know, favored a shit ton to win that. Someone lost again to our defense. There's lots of ways to beat our defense. Some people just come plowing over it with floors, but oh well, let's get back to work. This is a good one here. This is what we got our Ember rune up this season for. I mean, technically we could buy our Ember that energy rune in the shop. I got a couple days to think about it. What do you guys think? I have more of them than I know what to do with now, but I piled them up on my hopper, and it works. So, I mean, if you didn't have Ember, you could probably try and use Abby in this spot, but the reason why we use Ember and not Abby is because we already have Fellhorn, Hopper, and Valak, and all of them are going to be better versatile damage outputters than Abby in this fight with a Ferno. So, we use Ember for the flexibility that she gets after turn 1. There's no taunt, so we're just ripping Valican. I thought there was a taunt. That could have been a misplay, I guess. So we could go after Ember to it, or I mean Emily, to ensure that we can remove bodies, but Ember can revive and we have taunt, so I'm trying to go after the weakest link. And here I can't help myself, but this was probably a misplay for me, but we still have the hopper, so I try to get as much damage out of these guys as I can. And that's the sort of the new strategy we've been using. Ember helps my Fellhorn guarantee kill a Valican. And not just guaranteed, but when I see a Ferno, it then allows me. So I don't know what max elite epic Valicans with Ferno will do, but we'll see in the future. I would have had a hopper to back it up if it didn't die. I haven't seen anything like this really. Just want to see where the taunts are. I definitely like Hopper in this fight since they got 2 revive sources, and I also like Ferno in this fight. And my Ferno could go first. Thinking we're gonna just go Emily Valican. But yeah. I usually like to bring Gortusk. Freeze down Ember. But I don't know about Gortusk, Ferno, and Hopper. So we can steal Valican's stuff. And we're just trying to get a burn on the green guy, I guess. Which is very rare that that move doesn't burn, so. Either way, it all played out like it would have if it did burn. Here we don't need much of anything. We could risk putting... Yeah, why not? Let's make it interesting. Alright, so we don't have any Hopper at the moment. It's not looking good. Wow, is that guy allergic to burn, or is this just like the worst case of my fucking life? Yeah, I don't know what to do. Try to get this Emily out of here. We lost. Should have just brought the damn Hopper dwarf team. Oh my goodness, what the fuck was he thinking? I'm gonna smash this bitch out, I swear to God. What the fuck? So this is just me bringing the wrong team. Should have just brought the same damn team I used to beat the dwarfs. Fellhorn, Hopper, Emily, Valican. You just fight Drake. But whatever. You when I use shade, which is rare. Shade's not really needed in this fight. We could use Kai. But also, you can't put buffs on Grant Knight Agnon, so as soon as my Emily gets to go, if he's still in a rock, he comes out. I do the double bite just to get my dodge. Here I want to take as much DR off the team as I can, since I know I'm going to plummet, going after their way to kill me. That looked like my ferno trying to kill an Emily from the last match. Now you see, Shade still has its uses, just not really. Can't have an unbreakable there. I'm a triple pound. On these MK teams, it's my understanding that none of them can kill my dudes in one hit, but I guess for the sake of this filming, we can test my theory. That's one hell of an MK for hitting hard. But he also has taunt on MK. But he has taunt on Valican also. No, we only have probably like a handful of defensive mods on this guy and this guy. But even if he kills one, we can still kind of battle. Emily gives us a lot of mid-range. So it's my belief that I don't think MK can hit hard enough to kill our guys. Let's find out. Doink, doink. Oh, real close. No cigar, pal. We could definitely steal the taunt. I don't really know what I want to do here. I could even try to kill that hard-hitting MK. Yeah, right. In my dreams. Now we can get mauled by the sequencing. Nah, that's not so bad. MK is definitely a risk, but he shouldn't be hard to kill. Should be able to get him something like this, I'm hoping. Oh. Underestimate him. We'll definitely get something when we revive here. This is gonna be dope. Get our boot, pick up both these guys and leave them with just Emily. This one buff our attack. So we clear them out. Maybe we'll even get Emily on a revenge. Okay, it really just doesn't hit hard enough. popular name, but I don't, yeah, they don't ever. Alright, so it looks like we get another one to test out on. They do have the tank. Alright, so they do have the tank on Balakin. We're going to try what we were just doing. So I guess we didn't even read much of the runes, but kind of just hoping that everything pans out. Damn, he didn't even have an unbreakable, so that could be possibly. She can't cleanse and revive, so. Well, I guess she can. Just go in between my guy. So. To revive. Who do you revive? Agnon or Valakin? Alright, so going with Agnon. And it misclicked. This is very funny. Alright, well. Try to get their damage output down. Do I think 2 swings could take out Valakin? Possibly, yeah. Did. Should be able to get everybody out of here, I hope. Alright, so now it's... Man, how lucky can the guy get? Yeah, you get one of those. I guess we could have went for trying to get, you know, a revive up, but it's not... I'm not interested. I'm trying to get this dogpile this Emily out of here now, which she's definitely reviving next turn. So... we're not reviving next turn. She's most likely gonna get a Valakin, I'm betting. No? Drake? Well, so far it's been close, but I can get this. This is only my second time using this team in this matchup, so we can perfect the craft. But we're winning. I just now I gotta stop losing the dumb stuff. we are out of the freebies. Scrub, so haven't been losing to a team like this, but I have lost a couple last week when they used Score Tusk. So no taunts. When they have Tusk, Valak and Agnon, Emily, or whatever, we've been bringing a better taunter. I guess both those guys can go in a row. See if they got the old taunt. Yep. So now that I have 4 energy on Hopper, theoretically if they had taunt somewhere else, I can just put my Hopper before my Hagram and remove it and then beat face. But we're blessed when everybody puts it on. Oh, Valak. Yeah, I'd like to disease everybody. Or, I mean disease nobody. Definitely want my Hopper to be able to eat some bodies if he successfully gets any. Yeah, we'll be alright. Alright, so the green guy does the most damage. Once I get that buff off of him, he's a lot easier to kill. We end up just killing him right through it. I guess we're just gonna go for the low body count. I don't think Emily can keep the whole team, and then we're done here. The lag is unbearable when you play on free Wi-Fi. You signed your death wish, Emily. I'm just gonna run the standard crew in there. I still take out the Valakin. If he kills me, he kills me. But it's hard for a diseased one to kill me, since I know that damn dude's trying to take my Hopper out. I like to get him first. So us having taunt is pretty safe against Agnon. I go for the normal. I was hoping maybe the epic, but I didn't need it. Valican always likes the epic when you don't need it. Come on, they're at 1 health and dead. Epic already. Just another barbs where they have taunt on Valican, so it makes it easy for us, but fast forward through it. Alright guys, so I got one that I haven't seen yet, but the reason why I'm not a big fan of Darius is because I threw all my heavy attack runes on her and she didn't do shit, but this guy has elite ones. But he did the same thing. It looks like. She's decked to hit. But the reason why it wasn't working out for me was just if somebody brought like Tusk or Ferno, it pretty much wrapped everything up. So for us, I guess we're just going to try Tusk instead of Emily, maybe. So if my prediction is right, it doesn't really matter. Darius just doesn't hit hard enough to keep us on edge, or anyone else. That's why I kind of don't think she's worth ruining up. I thought the healing from Dark would be pretty outstanding, but it's just not enough. Dark's not that much of a problem. I will be using her in that dungeon though, the elf dungeon. Welcome to Jumper's loading screens. Alright, so I'm finally out of the loading screen. Now, if Darius starts killing stuff, then we suck. What did I bring to kill Darius? Nothing. I mean, Since we're planning on freezing down the blue guy, we just tried to do it there and it didn't work. Got him. But yeah, Darius is nothing to worry about on defense. I don't know what people are doing with her on attack. I'm not doing anything with her. I put runes on her and stripped them off. I just think everything sounds awesome. It just sounds like maybe some part of the game, like maybe level 40, that I don't know anything about. I don't read runes on the barb teams, but I'd say 5/9's high enough to say they can hurt me. I swear my loading screens are like 5 minutes tonight each. Never gonna get done. So they ended up having a taunt rune. We knew it wasn't on Emily. But I'm not scared of it. I don't think there's any of these barbs that I'm worried about coming back from the dead. Emily's just gonna prevent how long it takes me to kick their ass. Pretty much cleanup time. Looks like we got a beast team. Beast barb, same team I've been using to smash the barb. Guys, my loading screens are so long I can't even waste time recording them, so I just screenshotted the matchup and then started the recorder when we got in here. But I did not check runes. I just made sure Valican had taunt. So it cracks me up that I see all these taunts that I come in here. I could steal any of them with Alper's first ability if I wanted to. But what I'm gonna do in here is probably my favorite thing to do in this meta right now, which is smash down Valican with the jackhammer. You just turned on my revive, buddy. That's all you did. I think it gives me the Aegis shield too. I can't dodge anyway. They fucking all have never missed except Emily, and she doesn't hit worth a piss. But we definitely gonna take the free revive. we're definitely jacking one of them with boosted attack and then going 4 off on somebody. I just think we should probably take out the green guy. So we're going to smack Emily. Take out the green guy. Here we're going after Emily, but it doesn't really matter. It's just gotta kill one at a time, that's all that matters. So I always try to go for whichever one will die, because sometimes I have to switch in the middle. Hit the subscribe button, guys, if you want more. Here we got the team that at the beginning of the video we started using the original anti-barb team that we've been using for a while. Just go ahead and take on this too. The last time we got ourselves into trouble because the same thing here. This sucker did not have Unbreakable Heart, which means it's like he's getting a free revive if we bring Agnon. But this is the kind of stuff where, guys, the freaking loading screens are so slow that I've brought Emily first, hoping that we'll remove the taunt, but if not, it doesn't matter. But I'm probably, as soon as she gets back, going to have to go find different Wi-Fi. If we don't win this, I can scan for a couple more better matches, but as is, we're just gonna see. We didn't get no taunt remove. We're gonna take it off with Zom, I guess. He does not have Unbreakable on. I'm not trying to give her a free revive if I don't have to. Alright, so Emily already went. That's why I got the light thing on. I wasn't paying attention, but it looks like we were getting behind in the fight, so now we know they don't have, that we're not getting a Ferno. This fight's getting very ugly very quickly. So we're going to take Valican out of here and taste for brains. Here we really want to just keep the disease on the barbs. Try to get Emily out of here, but we know that's not going to happen. Wow, who has warriors on Emily? Who does that? We could save that for Zom, but I'm just too damn greedy to be doing all that. The one I'm scared of the most is Emily. I know this daze could have been very useful, but we're going to try and get as much out of this as we can. Yes, we get another barb out of there. Guess we're going to try and get disease any way we can get it, right? Is Abby still diseased? No, Abby's not diseased, so we're gonna... I forgot that, I was gonna say I forgot that she wasn't gonna get any more stacks. This guy, though... There we go. Come on, you got like 2 chances to beat everybody to death, and I don't see it happening. Your Drake is like my Drake. You're just not doing enough damage to whoop everybody down with those attacks. Alright, this is where we get you. You scream, but you go night-nights. My lag is awful, guys. I'm gonna go to a McDonald's, I think. Finish out the video. No. See what we get, though. It's taking too long. It's like 3 hours till I get cheaper raids, and I'm not gonna get to make a bunch of trophies if I don't figure something out. This is new. This is cool if you put taunt on the, yeah, like that. I think these are cool teams. So we don't have any unbreakable shit on. They don't have any unbreakable on there. I don't know exactly what I'm taking in here yet. Yeah, guys, this is the last fight I'll be doing before going to McDonald's. But we brought our shade just for Lincoln. That's on the way. And look at that little sneak! So we get a different fight than we planned on. Probably should have just tried that epic there on Valakin, but this guy getting out of here. If I keep making plays like that, I guess that's how I get that. I don't want Shield Maiden to die because he just gets an extra freaking taunt guy. He's got a link on my zone. What a little sneak, man. Trying to get that guy out of here. Nuh-uh, Zom. See you later. I guess we really don't mind his shade jumping in his Zom, but why? Why if he doesn't have to? What the hell? Shit just got real. I think Valakin would beat them all to death if he had to. I really don't think we're going into that. Here, I'll just freeze them down for you, Valakin. Freeze him down for you, Zom. Heal up. Let's get him. I gotta turn the sound on, so let's see what I got before I... Some scrubs, so we're not... Alright guys, I'm gonna leave one Shade Barbs in. I haven't looked at these runes yet, but we'll check them out. 5.7 is the highest that I've seen in a couple days of a straight up shade barbs. So I leave one in there just to show that we still got the runes set up to do well in this matchup. Man, so glitchy, so laggy. I think we missed the first swing because I didn't get my recorder on in time, but either way we'll see the results of what's left. The scraps of the wave of the barbs. Everything was left. The main thing there is just they can't kill Emily and Dom. Like, they're killing one or the other at worst. This 5.7 match, they didn't kill anything. We always still go for removing the buff off Abby, even though she's diseased and everything's cut in half. Just not interested in her doing a shit ton of damage with those multiple swings. Here I do go for the fist bounds. I'm trying to put a hurt on them for it's worth a rage, usually the chunk that we put in. Get that protection up, but it doesn't always stay. People can remove buffs. And once we get that burn on there, that's pretty much it for them. Well, as soon as it loads me the fourth guy, we'll see what we got here. I mean, will let me check runes on the second one before the last one shows up, probably. I've been using Kai, but I don't really have to anymore. I got, 4 energy on my hopper, but wait, he got the tank there. And the tank there. They were just gonna come in here and Kai and then beat down. 5-minute loading screen, guys, and I'm at McDonald's. I don't know what's going on in the game. Phone's got viruses, I guess. Well, it seems like MK always be removing buffs now. I don't know if they changed that from a chance to a guarantee. You can only at best take our green guy out. He went for Kai. I don't like Agnon the most. Didn't want to get hit by that terror storm. I will see how much of a hit he can take. I don't think he's beating everybody. Try to get my 3-star. Guys, that loading screen was so long I could have went and took 3 shits and wiped my ass 4 times and came back. It still wouldn't have been done. Like 4 minutes. I don't know what they're doing to me. So they got a taunt on Baylog. I don't think anything matters in this world of barbs. Well, we're definitely gonna take a snag, no. I'm not interested in any plummets. I'm trying to get to the next match and not spend 10 minutes on a loading screen. Going. Alright, so somebody tried some creative stuff. They got a tank rune just on this guy, and then the Abby buff, so I don't really know what my first thoughts are when we come in here, but guys, I swear, man, I might be exaggerating a little, but they're like 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes for a loading screen. If I don't finish this video, it's because I shot myself in the face waiting on them. Night. She could get out of hand, but she ain't got no way to survive all these beatdowns. I doubt I can get the streak high if they make me wait that long. When I've been to it, I guess we would have had to take more time and think this through if he was a higher rune power. Should be able to drop both Agnon and Oros. Yeah, I think that team would be fine against the higher one too. Only because he didn't have taunts, so we might rather do something different then. Like bring Kai. Still in cheap land. didn't bring a get out of jail free card like Zom, Solaris, or Emily, so we kind of gotta pay attention to what we're doing. We don't want to deal with shenanigans. We're gonna get to freeze the hopper down anyway. We're going to get to freeze the Zom down too. But I'm gonna go for it like this. Oh wait, hopper's frozen. Beat down, beat down. Who's next? It doesn't turn into midnight waiting on loading. Still hits with a daze. Why? Because it doesn't matter. This is another one of those ones where we don't read the runes because we're going after this guy first. Loading screens are so long tonight, it's like I get to take breaks with my family. Hopper always comes out when it's his turn, after he misses his turn. Well, we got semi-fortunate there, I guess. It'll let me click this guy. Yeah, double crit and hopper does work on him. People on forums told me they didn't know what I was talking about. Alright, so I got Valican Barbs. This is one where I use Shade. Well, my game crashed on me and now it's not taking as long to load, knock on wood. Unbreakable Heart, I don't mess around on my enemies and I splash damage to them out if I had to, if there was time or something. Yeah, Lord Tom is pretty daggone good. Gavinator, I fought that person recently, I think. Yeah, so the loading screens got way faster. I can get on next time. 40 levels. Line that up in the right order, huh? Move it away. Kind of freeze down. Well, in this case, I always like to get this guy. We really need to get Alec the fuck out of here. Got bar, black, dark. So we just put our taunt up because we don't want to get anything chased for brains. Go ahead and get rid of Emily first. Taking this fight long. Get Tom next go around. They gave him an epic break. Coming for you, Tom. But can't survive. Oh shit. This one here is not really a dwarf team, so what I do is I just check it for tons. UHs, there's a UH on Emily, a UH on Valican, and a possible on Agnon, but we're not sure. No taunts. So anyway, figures the internet speeds up as soon as they get tired. So, climb the ranks. So we got the fortunate dodge. trying to get the momentum high on Tusk for when I take out the tag. Guessing Emily's easier to take out, but maybe not. Let's check them. No, not really. Taking my little dwarf killing team in there catches me losses. I gotta be quick to realize it's not a dwarf team and just go in there and dark them up. This is one of the ones where we've been using our Ember. Definitely not a very high rune power at all, but if he was higher, we'd still use the same setup. I just wanted to show you that this is how we handle the ferno ones. Just would have been a little grindier and longer if they were better. Lights out. Always have Alec and Epic when you don't need it. It seems like this is more where I still haven't been reading the RUNE. Sometimes we get lucky and their Agnon goes for shade. Sometimes they have to. Can unbreakable ferno, so it's one down already. 2 down. Way faster. I had to leave McDonald's. I almost ran into this fight not paying attention and would have got owned by that tank room. This is one of the Valicans that doesn't have unbreakable, so I'll just fast forward through, or technically I should have put my Hopper first so I could steal his Guardian buff, but if he had an extra time, yeah, I should steal his Guardian buff, but I don't think it matters. This one's a little different, so I thought I'd record it. I didn't see a tank on old Alekin. So it looks like no tanks anywhere. Definitely got unbreakables. So we decided to take Emily out. We're not even sure if it'll let us freeze a person with the Aegis shield, not to take away the shield, so that was worse than we expected. So we do have a high Gortush. Here, I think we just want to get rid of Agnon. My paralyzed guy doesn't get to swing? What's that all about? I didn't know that's how shit works. Fucking gay shit. Come here and get some. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding. I can't believe this. And that's how we lose our streak. Well, we don't miss. Let's get the freak out of here. We don't get frozen. So what do we want to do? Go for the kill on the yellow guy in 2 turns. Oh yeah. He just bit the dust. Woo! What do you think of that crazy shit? That's why healer runes are just fantastic on Valley. So no sleep for Lost Jumper, no sleep for Eddie. This is a complete team I'm not used to, so I figured we'd slow down and check it out. They have a tank there, so I'm thinking Shade link up. So Shade, then his guy goes, our guy goes. Then his Ferno goes. Go ahead and get the link like we planned. Probably shouldn't have put our lineup in the order that we did, but No, I want that Solaris frozen. Not at the second, actually. Yeah, I think we just destroyed that. The taunt was bad for them. This is different. It's definitely not a... We got 3 and 2 shade with a taunted Valican. That's it. So that shouldn't matter at all. Try to get rid of Agnon before Shade Company take out my damn Emily. Which looks like it's gonna happen anyway. Just maybe. Maybe not. Not as bad. Well, they got a tank there. Should probably just title the name of this video, Let's Go on a 100 Streak, and hopefully we get there and then just go to bed. Kozar. There's a caster rune there. Let me see what I can get out of this. Kai. This is definitely a higher rune power one, so we get to really test our theory here. But I think we'll be alright. Definitely a nasty Drake. They got 2 warriors. I think we just normal pack Valakun. Then his Emily goes. Then we smash Valakun. Let's see what we get. I feel like the only real question is if they can kill our Ferno. We'll have to decide between Taste for Brainsing Zom on Valakun or being able to revive our Ferno. So I got long loading screens again, but this is the best showing of this team matchup we've had all night. God, Zom, stop snacking him back. Alright, so that was what we had already worried about. Definitely grabbing Agnon. Thinking about plummeting Emily and then fist pumping out of her. Probably all going Drake. No? Okay, cool. Damn. I don't know what to do there. Shocking Drake just turns him on to be able to revenge. I'm scared of Drake. What is his life looking like? Let me see his life. Assume it's max then. We haven't triggered anything on any of them, so I just want to go for the heals since we got the rage down low. Which we were fortunate. Could have removed the defense buff. It just still didn't matter, man. Epic! And she got with the funny shit. Alright. So either way I can rock up. Just go get the Zom. There's no way they're beating the Zom. Or do I grab the Agnon and just burn them and smack them? I think I want Zom. Just don't think you can go wrong with a whole team of dudes. I filled my recorder, that's why I've been doing mainly screenshots, but I knew this one was worth videoing. And I thought we were goners, so team's paying off. That's all Dungeon Blast wants me to do. Have to kill the recorder on the loading screen and then come back in, but we're gonna get a check of these runes first. Most important one. Alright, so we got Taunt and Unbreakable there. Buff stealing. Beat down. Alright, let's get ready for war. Alright, first the green guy is gonna go. Then my green guy is gonna go and do nothing. Then Valakut's gonna go and freeze everybody. And then I'm gonna unfreeze everybody, smash down Valakut, and hopefully eat him. Or we'll find ourselves in the same predicament we were in the last fight. Loading is just crazy. Alright, so we don't want to make any mistakes in this match. It's probably the hardest match in the meta for me. Yeah, just stay off my ferno, be cool with me. No, he goes right for it. So he's just gonna Emily next. So a heal lets me kill Valican and eat him, but I have no way to deal with the barbs. A revive lets me get some buffs out of here. This Emily hasn't gone. Say we go for the revive. Bad call. We really need that to get out of jail free, but I don't see any way out of this. Just don't see any way out. I don't think it's gonna matter much, but we'll try. So that's our damage guy. Just gotta get him more ammo. I'm unbreakable! That's where it all ended. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed everything you've seen. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll add some comments to the end of this. And that's a wrap. This is very high and interesting. They don't have a tank rune on Valican. I think we can, somebody banking on trying to keep this guy alive, I think. They have 2 elite powers. I just thought it worth noting this guy revenged me. And he must not like how I beat his team. And the pathetic thing is, you're gonna beat my defense with my defense. People, I swear. I mean, of all people, we could have just hit his Emily there. I don't feel like this is a 100% solid way to beat an opponent either. You're just hoping your runes are better. This is the way that I originally used to fight this team. Then I started using Shade, Agnon, Emily, Ferno. And as tonight, I just used Agnon, Ferno, Emily, Zom. No matter what, it's like, I'm still rolling dice in this fight. Now you got to see my new rune setups in action. If you're interested in what my defense runes are, then find my dungeon. I'm going to bed.